Next on Makosi Today.
A football player doesn't mean you qualify to be a coach. You're not doing me a favor. I'm a professional coach and just let me do my job.
Stephen Keshi resigns after winning AFCON. What was that about?
There were speculations all over the players after my second game.
Today on Makosi Today, I take you to Lagos, where I have the opportunity to sit down and talk to Stephen Keshi, coach of the Nigerian national team, the Super Eagles. They just won the Africa Cup of Nations, and we let you into a little secret. The victory was inspired by a woman. Stay tuned.
Joburg, South Africa. It's the final of the Africa Cup of Nations. Stephen Keshi is on the touchline.
It's about my country, my nation. It's about putting smile, happiness, joy in their faces. And I think Nigerians, they deserve this. It's been a long time. And that's all I just want from them. It's not about me.
It's a very fierce game. It's a tough job being the coach of the Super Eagles. Expectations are very high. And then the moment arrives. The Nigerian football team defies all odds, silences critics, and rewrites history.
Advantage for Romela Pelea, Quatoko, it's a Santele Mutaselo. It's like a Sunday ball. On a Sunday, Mba! Utama Dagaya Nigeria Kwapele.
No one could have been prouder than the ecstatic coach Stephen Keshi, who has entered the League of Extraordinary Men, having won the cup as both player and coach. Makosi chats with the big boss of the Super Eagles.
So, Stephen Keshi, the man himself, how does it feel to be football royalty?
I don't know if I'm a footballer.
But you are, though. We waited for you downstairs and everybody was coming, especially the ladies, and they wanted pictures.
I think they did it to everybody there.
No, they actually just did it to you.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I don't know. I just, I don't know.
Let's talk about your career path. How did we get here? How did we get to winning AFCON?
Oh, it was a dream come true. It was through hard work.
Okay.
It was through having faith in you and having faith in God. And having faith in the players that, you know, they can do it. But you have to pick the right players that you need for the tournament. And you know, the funniest thing in tournament is not the best team that wins tournament. You have to have a little bit element of luck in your part, because sometimes it's, you know, and we thank God that we were the one that God chose this time around to lift the trophy.
You're very humble, I must say. To say, you know, it's not the best team that wins. That's really good. Because you know what? Nigeria winning AFCON is like Africa winning AFCON. You know, you have the population, you have, I don't know what it is about Nigeria. I think it's the je ne sais quoi. You have, and I know you speak French.
I do.
Don't mind me, I don't even know what je ne sais quoi means. But I think I put it in the right place, right?
I think so.
Do you have any mentors?
If I do, yes, I do.
Who are your mentors?
I have God.
That's good.
I have God.
Yeah.
And of course I have my wife that is on my face all the time.
Okay.
You know, keeping me on my toes.
Oh, that's fabulous. A family man we love.
Yeah.
You win with the ladies the minute you become a family man.
And of course I have some other people that, you know, I share ideas with, and if their idea is better than mine, I take it and do with it. You know, the bottom line is to achieve what you want to achieve doesn't matter where the idea is coming from. And that is where I operate. I just, yeah, that's it.
You find that in Africa, in African football, everybody has like a French coach, a European coach, and here is an African coach that won for an African team. Do you think a country having their own coach matters in trying to win something like this?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, it's true that I'm against having a foreign coach that is not going to develop the team that is working for, the country that is working for, because having a coach is not all about just the national team. You need to go down a little bit, where you need to work with the home-based players, develop them, and if you don't have any coach that have that commitment level, honestly speaking, I think the federation is wasting money, because yes, I would like to have, because most African teams now, they somehow have one or two players that played in Europe before. That's true. Being a foreign player, I mean a professional player before, a football player doesn't mean you qualify to be a coach. So we should know what we're talking about.
Right, yeah.
But if you could find a coach in your country that has that ability, give him the job, support him. Don't give him the job today and expect him to perform tomorrow. No. See, that's where the problem is. Because when you bring in a white guy, you want to give him 2 or 3 years, and with the pretense that, oh, he's still learning the language, learning how to eat the food, call the player's name, you give him the excuses.
That's true.
But when it's come to me, your own fellow brother, it's like, you're doing me a favor.
Exactly.
You're not doing me a favor. I'm a professional coach.
Yeah.
We signed a contract, and this is what I'm doing for a living, and just let me do my job. You don't need to interfere.
Stephen Keshi resigns after winning AFCON. What was that about?
Well, it was something pending, before the qualification and during the AFCON itself, but I did not make up my mind what I want to do. But as time goes on during the AFCON, I decided after the tournament I was going to just, let go, And thank God, because there were speculations all over the place after my second game that, yeah, we're going to sack Keshi, this is, but it didn't bother me because my job is hired today, fired tomorrow. So,
especially when you coach Chelsea.
Exactly. You know. So I just stood in there that, when I finished the tournament, the next day, or even the same day, I just announced my resignation. And that was what happened. Because there are issues that we needed to tackle, we needed to solve, and for us to be able to move on.
Right.
For us to be able to build a very good team for Nigerians. And if it's not solved, there's no way I'm going to continue. And there were a lot of interference from the president of the country and every concerned Nigerians. So
the president wanted you to stay on?
Yeah.
How fabulous is that?
Well, it's a privilege, it's an honor for him to realize that, no, I want to keep him. He has to stay. And
speaking about Chelsea, would you ever consider coaching outside Nigeria again? Like you coached Togo.
Sure.
Would you go out and coach outside?
Sure. If the condition is right, why not?
Condition, are we talking about money?
Of course, everything.
Okay.
Money, everything that comes with it. If it's right, of course I will go.
So how are we preparing for the World Cup?
Well, we have the next game against Kenya, March 23rd in Calabar. So
March 23rd.
Yeah, in the next 2 weeks now, start preparing with the home-based players, putting them back in shape and all the stuff, and then take it from there.
Wow. March 23rd, I'd love to be there. Can I have a t-shirt?
If you come, I'll give you a t-shirt.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to go and change into this.
Yeah.
And we can complete our interview.
Yeah.
I think the green looks fabulous on me.
I think so too.
Born on 23 January 1962, Stephen Okechukwu Keshi was captain of the Super Eagle of Nigeria squad for the 1994 FIFA World Cup and played in 5 different African Nations Cup tournaments, helping Nigeria to win the 1994 African Nations Cup. He is a Nigerian football manager and former football defender who has managed the Nigerian national team since 2011. They are the current African Cup of Nations champions, a worthy and powerful team of striking style. They've won the Africa Cup of Nations a total of 3 times and have reached the FIFA World Cup round of 16 twice. Also, at the 1996 Atlanta Summer Olympics, they became the first African football team to win gold at the Summer Olympic Games.
You know, me being from Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe has never been to AFCON. So
Yes, they've been to
we've been
AFCON.
like maybe about 8 years ago. Like, what are we doing wrong though? What do we need to do to get there?
It's just proper organization, proper planning, and investing into, you know, into the young lads in the country. You know, the bottom line is just starting something and stick with it, because some of us will start along the way they stop. There's no future in these kids, I'm not sure, but that's not true, you know. Zimbabwe, I know Zimbabwe, they have some very good players. I know Zimbabwe came to Africa Cup of Nations in 2004 in Tunisia.
Yes.
I was there, I was working there for BBC, so I did some very outstanding players. So it's just about, I don't know what the problem is with the league, with the National League over there, because if it's not functioning, then it's very difficult for you to get a proper national team.
Wow, Stephen Keshi, I'm very honored to have talked to you. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
And did I say you actually look much younger in real life?
Oh really?
Like on television you look like, why are they making this old guy coach them? I'm joking.
I like that.
But you do look much younger in real life. But I've worked in television. It puts about 10 pounds on you.
That's correct.
You know? But then my cameras don't do that. You're just gonna look this fine.
Oh, okay.
So I've got tickets for the 23rd of March.
Correct.
Fabulous, and we'll have another chat then.
No problem.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for.
Oh, are you not going to teach me some French?
Well, you don't have time for that now.
No. How do I say thank you for having me?
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci de m'avoir.
Merci de me voir, Stephen Keshi.
Merci, madame.
So Africa, you've just heard it yourself. It not only takes a little bit of dedication to win the Africa Cup of Nations, it takes a little luck too. Until next time, take care of each other.